This was my Minecraft hardcore world. A world that lasted over 1,000 days. I built so much crazy stuff like the Wham poster, a city, so much more stuff. And I had absolutely everything until I got demotivated by the worst thing possible. It all started on day one. Just me, a random seed, and hardcore. So it's my one and only life. At the time, I made a meme video. I didn't think the world was going to become anything serious, but that changed pretty quickly. My beginning journey, making the first base, all that, all this dumb stuff, like the first ugly base I made, couldn't find food, almost died to a creeper 4 or 5 times. I can't believe I almost died to that creeper so many times. Honestly, it just should have been a warning. I should have just stopped from there, but, I kept on going. Chapter 1. After surviving the early game, things finally started to take off. I had to get a little quicker, and I figured out that my progress was a little too slow, but I decided to pick up the pace a little bit. So I started building some major stuff like a big iron farm, a big mob farm, and I started building a villager bunker for all my villagers. And then eventually I had them all discounted with the zombie villager traits. And eventually I finally got into the nether for the first time, and I finally started exploring around. Then by the time it hit day 200, I finally thought it would be a good idea that I built 10 of the best farms that you could ever have in a hardcore world. And that video absolutely exploded. Then I pushed it even further by remodeling my entire base. That one also did very good. Then things got even crazier when I decided to build the Wham poster. And that was a nightmare, because at that point, I had to get over 30,000 blocks of coal in a sitting. So that's when some of my farms came to good use, and that's when I had to push myself even harder than I used to. Chapter 2. At this point, I was highly confident the series was going to last forever. I had no doubts at all. Then the turning point happened. This is where things started to go wrong. By the time episode 10 hit around and I finally made a giant storage system, my stuff started to go to a little bit of a closing. I started to struggle to pick up views, and honestly, it was kind of demotivating for me. I made a couple of risky decisions, and I decided to turn a village into a giant city. And it finally did start picking up my views a little more, but my future ideas only went downhill from there. Looking back at it, not all my ideas were exactly the best, but I was putting a lot of effort into the videos, and I always do it for the fans. I love you guys so much. So then at some point, I decided to get every single advancement in my hardcore world. And, looking back at it, it took me a really long time to do, and I think if I put a little more storytelling into it, it probably would have been my most viral video today. Unfortunately, I did it, and I rushed through that video, and it did not perform that good. It was the first time I ever 100%ed achievements. Then I thought in my head, I was like, am I still doing something wrong? Chapter 3. So then I took a break from the hardcore world for a month. And then the new update with the happy gas came out, and I was like, okay, you know what, let's do this. So I made a giant happy gas in my world, and that video flopped. Still this day, it doesn't pick up that much. And I spent over 20 hours and over 100 days on that project. Making it taught me something. It was definitely my thumbnail. My thumbnail wasn't the best, and I'm still trying to fix it to this day. At the time, I never really realized how much the thumbnails have an impact on my video. I thought it was mainly titles. So I struggled really hard, and honestly, I got even more demotivated than before. But I thought it was just the algorithm, so I only took a 1 video break. Episode 14 came by, and that video also did flop very hard. I was done with this hardcore world. I was done with everything. I feel like I just did everything wrong. And the main reason why I was demotivated was not because of the views. It was because of how I approach stuff. I do projects and they're not even 100% done. I have to go back off camera and do them. Then also what doesn't help about it is that, my thumbnails are crap. I didn't know how to make a proper thumbnail at the time. I still don't know how to make a proper thumbnail to this day. I try my best and I improve with thumbnails, and I look up so many thumbnail videos. And they get better, but at the time, I didn't have that experience. I took a month break. I posted a movie. The movie did good because it was a really good thumbnail. And obviously, if you survive 1,000 days of hardcore Minecraft, people are going to click that. But there was nothing. I didn't think of anything. Everyone might be asking, is that the end? Chapter 4. Something clicked in my head. I updated my version to the latest version of Hardcore Minecraft. I think it was 1.21.8 at the time. And I started up a Season 2. And to this day, I'm enjoying the Season 2. And I'm fixing my thumbnails and improving them every single day. I'm pushing myself and I'm enjoying this series more. And no matter what happens with this series, I'm not going to quit it. Because I'm not going to quit on you guys. I'm not going to quit on this series. I'm going to keep pushing myself for you guys. And it just shows that thanks to the Season 1 of Minecraft, I was able to build something. Build something positive for myself. Build a ground for what the future of this content would be. The Season 2 of Hardcore Minecraft is a lot better than Season 1 while I'm looking back at it. So thank you guys. For all of you guys that subscribed to me for my Hardcore Minecraft. Thank you guys that subbed to me for the funny moments. Thank you guys that subbed to me for the building blocks of hardcore. I genuinely love doing hardcore. I love doing all these very dumb projects for you guys because, you know, I decided to build weird stuff. 1,000 days was sacrificed, you know, because of my demotivation. But what that demotivation taught me was never give up on yourself. Never self-doubt yourself. Always keep on going. Always fix everything. Every video you do, every little thing you do, make sure you take one thing and improve it for the next time you do it. That's what I learned when I did this first season of Hardcore Minecraft. And now, I'm feeling more confident than ever. Thank you guys for all being here and watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next potential hardcore video I do. Goodbye, guys.